Now this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains. Right now, this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him.
Over some chains. Y'all telling me all this over some chains. Hit the like button, man. Type a 1 in the chat if y'all think this is a bad year for the rappers. We was just talking about this the last live stream. Didn't I tell y'all it's a bad day for the rap niggas? Yes or no? Just type a 1 in the chat.
What that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains. Right now, this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working.
Hey, man, y'all get up in here, man. We're going to let some more people get up in here, but I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button, man. We finna dive deep into this, man, real fast, man. I was going to make a video, but I want to interact with y'all in real time because this is breaking. It happened a couple hours ago. King AK-47, he was the first one to break on it on YouTube. So you feel me? Y'all get up in here, hit that like button. We reply in the comments today and all that, man. I'm tapped into the chat today. So y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. But we finna dive deep in this, man.
Working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him
get to that
or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains. Right now, this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens.
So we finna react to a couple comments, bro. These people is savage, gang. Listen, I just want y'all to know why I say it's a bad day, a bad year for the rappers. So look, this man allegedly, well, you know, this is what the police is saying. We just seen it with our own eyes. So they saying a night out turned violent after a chain robbery attempt reportedly sparked a fight inside Confessions on Kirby Drive. Police say a man was beaten by a group before pulling out a gun and opened fire. 2 people hit multiple times and rushed to the hospital in critical condition, with reports claiming one of the victims is NBA YoungBoy's close friend Ben10. One victim reportedly ran from the scene before being found nearby. The suspect fled on foot, and identities have not been officially confirmed. So I want y'all to elaborate in the chat what y'all think about that. But I just want to say, all these rap dudes, they try to rob people, they make diss songs, they shoot people, they steal from their family members. Charleston White calling. Hold on, chat.
Allkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute, where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute, where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute, where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot.
Chains. Hearing that they may be niggas out here ready to die over these Moissanite chains. Hold on. Look at this guy blew down over a Moissanite chain.
now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains right now. This is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's
Hey, man, my bad. Shout out to Mr. Ed What for that $10 super chat, man. Look, I just want y'all to know this, man. This right here, for all the kids that's watching, you don't want to live like this, man. Instead of taking some jewelry from somebody, right? You could work hard and buy your own jewelry, right? and you ain't got to take it from nobody. Now, here go this dude who is attached to NBA YoungBoy, right? Multi-millionaire. Why would you take some jewelry from somebody inside a place with cameras everywhere and expect positive results out of that? I just want y'all to just let me know, why would this man take some jewelry from somebody? And from what I hear, this dude already done got robbed in Detroit before. He done been in a lot of situations. So, with that being said, we got this guy right here. He was there. Bro was there. That's why he panicking and he posting videos of FaceTime calls, and look how he look. He looks spooked, like, dang. Because 9 times out of 10, he was involved in it too, because it was his birthday. So I'm pretty sure that they was at the confessions celebrating this man's birthday. They said they got videos of Jay Prince in the background. Jay Prince? Why every time Jay Prince around something, somebody gets shot? Everywhere this man goes, something negative happened. So I did this live stream to send a message. And I clickbaited y'all with the thumbnail in the title. But I apologize for that. We're going to bust down the facts of what they presented to us already. So we got dudes on live stream right now talking as if they set the play. They celebrating. We got people coming up with fake stories just to, and you know, we all do it to communicate with the algorithm. See, Joey Zaza said that Jay Prince Jr. is with All-Star baby mama. What? Get them likes up, man. We got O-Block dudes and Chicago dudes celebrating and clapping and making Instagram stories as if they did it. That's not strange to y'all? This man is from Detroit, but he relocated in Houston. We got people pulling up to the scene, thirsty for the story, right? Now, although this was a negative situation, right? I hope the boy make it. So he could see what his decisions, the decisions that he made last night or this morning or whatever, where it got him. Now we're gonna smoke one for Ben10 because they say it's not looking too good. They say the boy's in critical condition, right? Right? That's not a good look for somebody who is attached to a millionaire, multi-millionaire. NBA YoungBoy just made like 70 million off that tour. And he want to steal a chain. But you see these dudes on Instagram with big NBA pieces. They got big NBA pieces on top of watches. Now, let's just say this Allstar Jr. guy, let's just say he got the real chain at home, right? Or in a safety deposit box, or just put up. And they did all that to him. Let's say they jumped him and accidentally hit him in his temple. Now this man life gone based off him having a chain on and him. See, it's a time and place for everything. Why would you do that at this place where it's other people's lives at stake? That's all I want to know. What's up, Miss Katz? My good peoples, man. What's up with my good peoples, man? It's early. This the earliest live stream I ever did. Now, this picture right here looks like 3-3 is worried. You could tell this situation went bad. Now, this is a lesson for all you YNs out there who want to carry guns and be the tough guy and jump people and do all this stuff that's negative and expect positive results to come back to you. So, what's up with it, Mama J? bedroom topics. What's the deal? The police said Ben10 didn't get shot. He shot the two dudes multiple times while they jumped him. Well, from the looks of this right here on the screen, bro, it looks like he FaceTime Ben10 either. So it says Queen B and it has a lady on there, an older lady. So I'm guessing that's somebody's mom. We just gonna take a wild guess. This is somebody's mom right here, right? So with that being said, rather Ben10 shot or not, he ended up in critical condition. Now the other dude, I forget his the dead end guy. We seen him on a stretcher right here. We just seen it. He on the stretcher.
Now this is a shooting. We got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both.
So they saying two people got shot. So they gonna say a lot of stuff, but we reacting to what the police is saying. We breaking down to the YNs that this not the path to go. They want to go this route so bad they don't know where it's gonna end them up at. The only thing the streets have for you is death or jail. And when you death or jail is involved, it's a lot of other lives related to this situation that's affected by this. People got mamas, people got kids, all over a chain. A chain that's probably fake. Probably ain't got no value in it. Probably some silver with some moissanites on it. So we got this Mimo guy, right? This Mimo 600. This guy right here, man. This Mimo guy, man. We got Mimo 600. Why his page ain't loading up?
Over these Mosinite.
That they may be disqualified.
So we got this guy right here, man. He went to Instagram, right? And he posted, disqualified from the NBA is insane. As in, like he loving this, right? all over King Von. But he didn't do nothing. He didn't get no get back behind King Von. Him personally. You see where I'm going with this? They push other people to do these jobs for them, bro. And who you think is gonna be? A YN. I don't care if they're fake or real. I'm just saying it's a possibility when someone has something on their mind, like, oh, I'm finna take his chain. You don't know what that man is thinking inside of his brain. He may woke up today like, hey man, somebody tried me today. It's going. It could go, every situation could go either way. 2 different ways. It's always an either way situation. I don't know this man. I don't know who, what's his name? Allstar JR. I don't know. I never heard of him. He's somewhere out of Detroit. But that's all irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if you attach to this millionaire, why would you try to take this man's chain and jump him and brutally beat him? Not knowing what he got. He could have had a switch on him, jumped up, fired the switch, and hit innocent people, maybe kids, maybe somebody pregnant with carrying the child. Anything could happen, bro. Anything could happen, bro. Every situation don't go out as planned, bro. It doesn't. It never does. So I see now that it's some people in here that's blind to the fact that they put a lot of people's lives at jeopardy, bro. Just by them doing that, right? So, with that being said, man, we finna react to Flacco. Flacco made a video about this, man. So we gonna get into that.
NBA YoungBoy woke
He said NBA YoungBoy woke up to some horrifying news.
up to some really horrifying news today. He finding out right around the same time we finding out. His right-hand man is one of his closest homies who probably stepped the hardest for him, is currently in the hospital fighting for his life after an altercation at a club in Houston last night. But the story takes an even sadder turn once you get the...
I don't believe that. Y'all said Gucci wasn't going for that. Everybody was glorifying all these rap dudes, man, and the things they saying that happened in that studio room. Anything could happen.
Full details. See, when the story first broke and we found out NBA Ben10, was in a hospital fighting for his life, a lot of us was sending condolences. Damn, man. Crab in a barrel, man. Why y'all always hating on people with some motion, man? But then the police and the eyewitnesses released the full details, and it becomes perfectly clear NBA Ben10 and his associates were absolutely dead-ass wrong for what they did. And the condolences can't even be sent the same anymore once you found out they were in the wrong. They was at confessions in Houston, and these folks thought they had themselves an easy victim, not knowing they was dealing with John Wick himself, man, because that boy was not going. Apparently, dude walked in, and almost immediately an altercation or an argument with NBA Ben10 and his associates took place. And they immediately began to attack this dude and try to snatch his chain.
3200 Kirby Drive at the Confessions nightclub, just behind me upstairs. It's a bar/restaurant type location. Tonight there was probably, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. Got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is a shooting. We got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy.
I don't even like how they're calling him a suspect. Now, there's some good signs because a little later in his press conference, they actually called him the victim. But, yeah, don't call me no suspect, bro. Them boys try to snatch my chain. Them boys try to put hands on me. As far as I'm concerned, what that man did, all of us would do. If I'm by myself, or let's say it's me and one or two homies, because they did say some people jumped in as well. It's unclear if they jumped in to help him out or to add to the pack out. But, yeah, they rallied against this dude. They attacked this poor guy, tried to snatch his chain, tried to mark him out on camera, all type of stuff. And he reached somehow. They didn't see. He got the fa. Y'all got to understand, man, just because y'all is in a pack of hyenas, man, don't mean that everybody is going to be a victim, man. Not everybody is a baby doe. No, some people is grizzly bears. Some people is lions, man. Some people ain't going. A lot of people go to these different cities like Houston and Atlanta, and they think it's sweet because they come from certain environments they believe is tougher, right? It's like a New York dude. A New York guy will come to North Dakota or go to, like to Minnesota or Minneapolis somewhere and think they're the biggest, baddest, toughest person in the city because they from New York. Same thing with Baton Rouge, right? They go to these different cities. They think they're the biggest, baddest, toughest people on the planet, man, until they meet somebody who's just as tough.
And they were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight. And they're beating this guy pretty bad. Got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting two people. Those are our two victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigation's just now starting, but investigators are going to get over here and try to figure out exactly how that occurred. We got some folks on the scene that are talking to us and got some good video. So that's where we are right now. Prayers for those two guys that were shot. Again, we don't know all the details yet, exactly why all this occurred. But like I said, our investigators will get to the bottom of it. Any questions?
Did the robbery victim, did he remain on the scene, or was he taken to the hospital?
No. That's again, we're waiting for, looking at local hospitals, see if anybody else shows up, just in case another person might have been shot. Again, I would ask if anybody knows what occurred here, please come forward and call HPD Major Assaults.
As far as I'm concerned, it's an open and shut case, bro. Now, the dude probably effed up by running away, but I feel like if he comes and turned himself in the morning of and actually answers the questions, he'll probably go home the same day, man. Right? Because you can't blame him for like getting out of Dodge for running away. Because if you fire a gun, you don't know who's about to fire back at you. You don't know if they got other people who's in the cut waiting to get you. What you gonna do? Shoot to protect yourself and defend yourself, and then stay there while all the chaos is going on, while people is still trying to get you, and stay there and wait for the police? Man, cut it out, man. Not at all. Now, there's been rumors going on, people not knowing if NBA Ben10 is alive or dead, but we'll address those rumors a little later in this video and break down all the information we know about his status.
For now, and the individual, again, that was being robbed or assaulted, and I guess you would consider it a robbery as physically as they were being with this guy, once he finally presented the weapon and started shooting, he fled on foot, and we don't know where he went from that time. We don't know if he got in a car. Don't know where he went. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is going on right now. A lot of moving parts. I'm trying to figure out who that was.
So the robbery victim is also the gunman.
Yes.
So you'd say he's pretty badly beaten.
Well, it appears that he was being beat up severely, but he was able to get to his weapon and start firing at everyone. Ended up striking 2 people.
You know the club checks for weapons or metal detectors or anything?
I don't know that. Yep. Y'all would have to ask the store or the club owners that stuff.
Any previous
Don't know.
shootings here?
I don't. Not that I know of. But again, I mean, I'm not sure about that. I haven't worked one here.
Did the patrons of the restaurant remain on the scene, or they all fled too?
Some did. Some folks stuck around. Some folks fled. We had a handful of folks who were trying to. But again, the most people that are being most cooperative right now are the actual owners of the club and the people that work there.
A Dallas blog initially reported that NBA Ben10 was shot dead at the Houston restaurant, but it was a nightclub. But then shortly afterwards, they then came back and says, well, NBA Ben10 mama said that he's alert, right? So the mama put 10 is alert. Please stop it with the made up stories. Now, another associate, OG3, he posted a FaceTime call with him and Ben10's mama. But No Jumper is actually reporting that the call was with OG3 and Ben10 on the mama's phone because the mama was in the hospital. And, you know, he reposted it with a screenshot that says, Forever 10, forever. Now, my thing is this. The Forever 10, to me, sounds like he passed away, right? Because, for example, if I don't know, right? If I spoke to a friend that's in the hospital, if I'm doing the, like, forever blank, like, that would mean, like my friend is gone, but his legacy lives forever, right? But people are saying he's alive, and this is false. Now, what I would say, man, is I hope Ben10 makes some serious changes to his life if he gets up from out this situation. If God gives him a second chance at life, I hope he makes some changes to his life, bro. Because if you've been somebody who's been online and been watching this dude's behavior over the last couple of years, then you understand he's been out of control, literally out of control, always in a different conflict. He went viral for literally asking President Trump or, you know, leaders of this world to create a state where they could go and just kill each other. And that sounds like hyperbole. No, but that's literally what he said.
If y'all want the murder rate to go down, why y'all don't just make a state for straight grade niggas, straight hitters, and let us just kill each other? Let us just go dumb, you heard me? And if the other ones kill outside of the state lines, the government get to kill them or kill y'all. Like, if the ones won't bang, we won't bang for the rest of our life. Let us get a part of the world where we just could bang it. Like, this our life. Like, you can't get mad because we bang. Man, we tired of going to jail for banging. This is something I love to do. Well, what I love to do, I love to bang and I'm back on that side. So, like, ain't just too much police shit involved right now, man. Like, if niggas stain something today, and it's a important person from that side, is bound a nigga who did it going to the feds. If ain't no late night shit. You feel me? And that's facts, man.
I'm not against the idea per se, right? Because if y'all do want to commit violence, y'all should probably have a little place where y'all commit violence against yourselves and don't hurt any civilians. But if this is your legacy, if this is like your most viral clip, if this is what you're known for, that says a lot about the life that you lived, to be honest, right? That says a lot about what type of life you lived, that this is the most viral clip that we know you for. Now, Ben10 has, I can't even list, right, using two hands, the amount of conflicts he's been in online. Like, y'all remember when NLE Chopper got pulled up on by some NBA YoungBoy goons? That was Ben10. Ben10 was the one who had a gun, who confronted NLE Chopper. Now, NLE Chopper claimed that Ben10 had a gun and they had guns too, and they was about to bang it out right then and there.
This nigga doing this police ass shit.
Where you at, nigga? I stamp on everything I love, bro. What type of gangster pull up on a man, say they gonna do something to a man, and pull out their phone? On everything I love, bro. Baby ARP in hand, man. I just asked these folks, what you wanna do? Why y'all keep staring at me? I'm sitting here, right in the drive, parking lot, right there, telling them what they wanna do. Man, them shaking, man. 3, you shaking. Ben, shaking. Y'all ain't do man. Listen, then right after that, I hop in the car, I'm like, man, what y'all want to do? Y'all don't want to do nothing. Nigga pull off in the whip, not to pull their phone out, man. I had 2 in the front line that would have laid y'all down. Come on, man. If you gonna post something, post that, bro. Listen, bro, go pull the surveillance camera footage up. I was just standing there, wide in the middle, butt booty naked, flat foot in the parking lot. You ain't do shit to me, bro. I drove off. I was hanging out the window with that, yeah, screaming, do something. What happened then? You pulled out a phone, bro. I'm not finna catch. Man, listen, I'm on straight self-defense, man. I'm not on offense, man. Cub, what happened, Mike?
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing. Time out.
What they do?
Nothing. They filmed. They filmed.
What they do?
Hey.
What the? Hey, time out. Did I not have ARP in my hand? Was I not flat foot, butt booty naked? Did I not walk to the car and go grab my then ask them what they want to do?
On my life.
On everything, didn't it?
On everything. On my kids.
On my kids, too. Man, listen. All three of my kids can drop right now if I did not just ask them.
They had a gun and scared to touch
They didn't, bro, come on. And y'all always thinking I'm the one that's the hoe, man. Come on.
We also seen when Mimo 600 was trolling about being in Baton Rouge. Who popped up? Who was driving around the city looking for Mimo 600 to put in work? Ben 10. When you live a life this chaotic, you're usually going to have a chaotic ending. Now, hopefully God gives this man a second chance and he changes his life. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you feel like the shooting was justified? Let me know. And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here where I break down how Gucci Mane just got exposed again really badly. All right, so click on this video right here to find out how Gucci Mane got exposed. And if you enjoyed this video, like this video. And after you like it,
Okay. All right. Hey, check it out, man. Check it out, man. Y'all gotta give me y'all thoughts and opinions in them comment sections on this section. Now, we off the Ben 10 situation. Everything so far, we done covered it. We all hip to what's going on until something change. Now, let's get on this Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane situation real quick, right? So look, they saying this about Gucci Mane right now.
An FBI agent testified under oath that Gucci gave statements to the Dallas PD about the Pooh Shiesty robbery, and I have it. The incident report would state responding officers met with Gucci, Brandon Putman, and Matthew Marzal, who stated they were robbed at gunpoint by 6 or 7 unknown suspects, all wearing black attire. But that isn't all. This is the actual statement, and it's been redacted under Texas law. So if you don't think they ain't said nothing, well, what the fuck you think all that is? Paperwork would also state they got Gucci for $3,600 in cash, a $250,000 watch, $250,000 earrings, a $50,000 wedding ring, and who the fuck you think told them that? Now pay attention, because all it showed us was they said 6 or 7 unknown suspects were the ones that robbed them. But the federal paperwork would show us BP, Brandon Putman, one of Gucci's day ones, identified not 1, not 2, but 4 suspects himself by Instagram handles and names. That same federal paperwork would state that RD, Roger Davis, aka Gucci, identified Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 by their Instagrams. And this is a throwback picture of BP and Gucci in the Sun Valley Apartments off Boulder Crest Road, Zone 6, East Atlanta. And somebody at the bottom said, not one rat or coward among us. So y'all said Gucci ain't snitch, his security snitch. His security was never even in the fucking room. They hit Gucci himself for over $500,000 fucking dollars. All together off Gucci's team, they got over $600,000 fucking dollars. They was not about to let that slide. The police said who? They said them. An FBI agent testified under oath that...
What y'all think about this, man? I got a question for y'all, man. I want to know what y'all think about Gucci Mane. because I be reading the comments. I'm reading the comments, and I see a lot of people saying that Gucci Man is a snitch, right? And then I hear a lot of people saying, because it go either way. That's what I be trying to say. So, and I see a lot of people saying that Gucci Man ain't a snitch. So I really just want to know, like, it's like the people pick and choose who they want to say a snitch is. But when the real fact, see, with 10, let's get them likes up, man. Y'all run them likes up. Let's get 200 likes. We need 110 people to hit that like button so we could, because I really want to talk to the people about this. Like, I want to know y'all opinion about this for real, because I be kind of confused when y'all say, oh, this person a rat, this person a rat, this person bad, this person X, Y, and Z. But I start looking like y'all pick and choose which ones y'all want to deal with. Y'all pick and choose which ones y'all label the rat. So I be trying to figure out, like, why do all that matter? If we on the internet, everybody got public lives, these rappers, why would you want people to know what you got going or what you doing if you don't feel me? You get what I'm saying? Like, I be kind of lost a little bit because y'all say Woody a snitch. Oh nah, Woody not a snitch. Then y'all say YFN Lucci was a snitch. Oh nah, he not a snitch. Rollo a snitch. Oh nah, he not a snitch. Young Thug a snitch. Oh nah, he not a snitch. Boosie a snitch. Oh nah, he not a snitch. But all them people that we name, it's either a statement or an interview, a police interview, right? So we finna bust down. We finna see what's going on with Gucci, man. Y'all know when 1090 Jake stamp it, he stamp it. So let's bust down real fast.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we got a major update in the Gucci Man versus Pooh Shiesty case. I have new paperwork that hasn't been seen, and we're gonna break it down. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called Car. Just unlocks the $75 bond.
I know what's going
by
on,
the feds. Has been denied bond and is being held.
Hold on.
Like you stay more on top of their finances. So by now, everyone that's been tuned in should know that everyone involved has been denied bond and is being held by the feds. A picture of Big 30 on the jail yacht has already hit the internet, and Pooh Shiesty has hired a powerhouse of a legal team.
There is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more.
Now, clearly his lawyer is sending shots at none other than the infamous Gooch, and I have new paperwork with some details y'all are gonna wanna see. But first and foremost, there are people out there spreading a narrative that Gucci said nothing. He was with an off-duty cop who was his security, and that's who snitched. No, bitch, this is coming from one of the biggest Gucci fans since I was 15. Gucci snitched. According to the federal paperwork, he had 2 security officers, one of which stayed in the lobby of the building, the other staying in the vehicle, and neither of the 2 ever entering the recording studio. After Gucci was robbed and brought out of the booth and into the control room where everyone else was getting robbed, his security guard who was in the lobby saw.
It says, as the altercation inside the control room ensued, Wright walked over to the studio door to the lobby, closed it, and blocked it with his body, preventing victims from leaving. CW and TD, the victims, security guards, watched Wright barricade the door and attempted to force their way into the control room, but were prevented from entering. With handguns drawn, CW and TD managed to partially open the door, but recognized that they were outnumbered by the armed target suspects. So they saying Pooh Shiesty and them was outnumbered with guns. But then I heard Pooh Shiesty was the only one with a gun with the. So it'd be like, but this is what they putting out. So we just going off what they putting out. But 1090 Jake say the boy bad.
Big 30 blocking the door. That's when both guards attempted to push through the door, only to see Pooh Shiesty's gang.
And then like they got full-blown paperwork on this man. This is paperwork. So it's stamped by the peoples. Like they saying he cooperated with them the evening of the incident. So that means that day. And this is a grown 40-year-old man, 49-year-old man. I think Gucci like 50, 49 or something like that. Why y'all not going at him like y'all be on Unc and all them? See, I noticed with Atlanta, they pick and choose who they want to label the snitch. Get what I'm saying?
With more Drakes than that lookalike contest. So in reality, the security didn't actually witness any of the robbing or kidnapping. They just saw commotion at the end and guns drawn. But let's look at the finer details. I was able to obtain the incident report from the Dallas Police Department, which states they responded to a robbery in which
That's hypocrisy, Kevin. Kevin Pippin. That's hypocrisy, bro.
Suspect Pooh Shiesty had the complainant at gunpoint and took the complainant's property. The suspect description would say he was wearing black pants, a black shirt, and a black ski mask, while the victim was none other than Roderick Delantic Davis, aka Gucci Mane. Now the victim-suspect relationship would say they were acquainted, and the incident report would also name the two other victims with Gucci.
I'm talking about everybody. It's people in the streets that hang out with people that's the code, man. Bro, I ain't gotta say too much. People know what's going on, bro. I'm not just talking about rappers. I'm talking about everybody. That's y'all problem. Y'all idolize and worship these rappers, but these rappers is the ones that's rapping about the stuff that got you thinking what you thinking and got my kids thinking what they thinking. Your kids, y'all, everybody in this chat that got kids is influenced by a rapper. I don't care who it is. And let's just think about what they talk about. On top of that, it's hypocrisy, bro. We just speaking facts. I'm not trying to change your mind or nothing. I'm just putting it in your face, bro. Like the hypocrisy in the street code. So people be following these street. The people that's in jail right now for following the street code, they dumb. Because if they knew what they knew today, they would be smarter and they wouldn't have put themselves in this situation. But we was all influenced by a rapper. That's why I say they dumb. And I'm not saying they dumb as in they dumb people. I'm just saying we was influenced by music. Music is a black culture thing. And the feds is trying to knock it all down. They trying to erase it out of the eye of the people, bro. Junior is linked because he is there on video camera. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Since we doing that, this is all I'm saying. I'm just showing you what's online. I'm not linking him as in he's linked to the crime or nothing like that. I'm just saying he linked in because he was there on camera. And Takeoff case finna come up. A lot of people case finna come up, bro. Well, I can't show that video on I just thought about it. I can't show that video because it's some things that people ain't supposed to see. So you gotta go see that on Instagram. It's on Instagram, bro. You feel me? People see if y'all see where I'm coming from, type of one in the chat, hit the like button and share this live, bro. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm not defending nobody. I'm not siding with nobody. I'm looking at how all these people, right, that make these street rules and these codes and these rules and bring it to the internet, to the rap game, all these people that do that, No, my title does not. My title tells the title is an algorithm communication tool. And it says a catchy title. Listen, this is look, I'm finna show y'all. Because I really want to show y'all. Hold on. So look, I'm finna show y'all. So y'all can understand about these titles. Cause I see what type of timing y'all be on. Look what this say. It says, look, I hit the question mark. It says a catchy title can help you hook. This is YouTube Studio. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Listen. It says, look it, when you click this where you put your title at. It says title required, right? So you click this, you hover over this question mark, right? It says a catchy title can help you hook viewers when you create stream titles. It's a good idea to include keywords your audience is likely to use when looking for streams like yours. So when you get to talking to me about a title, I just want to block you and get you out my way because I don't care about no title. I don't click videos based off a title. I click videos based off the names that's in there. Now, yeah, I did too much titling the video, but I'm not titling it for you. You gonna watch what you want to watch. I'm not forcing you to watch it because I put this. I'm just communicating with the algorithm so they can line me up with these names that I'm talking about, help the algorithm understand what this video is about. So basically, you call it clickbait, I call it algorithm communication. So if you feel like I clickbaited, block, my nigga, I don't want you over here, gang. There's no reason for you to be over here. I'm not doing this for you, gang. I'm doing this communicating with the algorithm. When I make my title, I'm not thinking about you. What's his name? FBA Bessis. I'm not thinking about you, gang. Feel me? So, with that being said, back to the content, gang. We reacting to content live. That's it. I don't know what you talking about, bro. You on the internet in too deep at this point, bro. It's the internet, bro.
Now again, everyone was saying, oh, they robbed the security who was a cop and that's who snitched. Shut the fuck up.
No title.
MM in the federal paperwork is confirmed to be Matthew Marzal, Gucci's personal photographer. And BP is confirmed to be 46-year-old Brandon Putman. Now things get even more interesting here. BP is a private chef closely associated to Gucci Mane, as he can be seen not only wearing a 1017 chain, but sporting 1017 clothing as well as attending many events such as Gucci's birthday. But things go back way further than that. BP is one of Sun Valley's originals. Sun Valley being the old apartments located in Zone 6 on Atlanta's east side of Boulder Crest Road. A hood Gucci has famously rapped about for years, and the same hood OJ the Juice Man came up out of, which is why they'd all—
Hey, you see what I mean though? Clyde, you see what I mean though? You made up an excuse for Gucci Mane. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's always a, you feel me? It's always a, but it's always, you feel me? It's always something. Cause y'all, everybody make it up. Everybody pick and choose what they want to believe, bro. So if you agree with this man, you following his lead. You agree with this person, you following the lead. So all I'm asking, bro, how do you feel it? So what, it don't count for rappers? That's what the people saying? The snitching code that y'all push, it don't count for the rappers? So did Gucci Mane snitch or not? That's all I ask. I ain't want to, you feel me? And then we listening to what 1090 Jake opinion is. Everybody don't feel like that. That's what I'm saying. But the world's so balanced that everybody over here don't feel like that, but everybody over here don't feel like that. But when they come on the internet, they mix the two. So y'all be on Unk head, y'all be on 6ix9ine head. The people that's on Charleston White ain't got no paperwork on him. He was a kid and he pointed out when something happened. So as an adult, I don't see no paperwork on Charleston. I ain't seen nobody present none either. But Gucci, we watching it right here. It's in y'all face, bro. So do y'all idolize the rappers and the hip hop celebrities and them type peoples? Do y'all idol them so much that they get a pass on it because that's what y'all feel? Like, I just be want to know what's up with. I want to know what type of people y'all is, so I know what type of content to drop for y'all, because I be confused. Like, one day y'all this, one day y'all that, one day you kicking it with this dude, one day you with this dude, one day you doing content on this dude with this dude, but y'all not doing content on this because he a snitch or this. You get what I'm saying? But if a regular person on the street like Lil Jon or Baby Mike, if they snitch, it's on here. Everybody gonna talk about it. No Jumper gonna have it on there type timing. So I be lost, gang.
All be pictured together. BP would be tagged in old photos of Gucci in the hood, showing this wasn't just a personal chef, this was a very close friend of Gucci, possibly considered family. And in that same photo, BP would comment classic, to which someone replied, "Not one rat or coward among us." Well, BP would also make the news back in 2010 after Clayton County and Fulton County authorities seized over 300 pounds of marijuana valued at $1.7 million, while seizing almost $200,000 in cash, multiple vehicles, and a gun. So BP wasn't just anybody, he was a real nigga, man, but you know. But inside of that music recording studio, he'd get his chain snatched, his pockets ran, and BP would identify not one, not two, but 4 of the suspects by name and Instagram handles. Now let's talk about Gucci. The incident report would state the responding officer met with complainant 1, Roderick Davis, and the 2 other victims who stated they were robbed at gunpoint by 6 or 7 unknown suspects wearing black attire. So this is stating Gucci was one of 3 suspects who told police he was robbed. Now, the actual statements have been redacted under Texas law, but police were told exactly what was taken by who. Gucci told officers he was robbed of $3,600 in cash, a blue and white Bulgari watch valued at $250,000, alleged to be the same watch gifted to him by his wife for his birthday, and his wedding ring worth $50K, while his earrings were worth another $250,000, meaning Gucci was robbed for a total of $553,600. BP got for his 1017 pendant worth $20K, and the cameraman got hit for.
See, I thought, see how I go? I thought they took the 1017 chain off Gucci. But come to find out, they took it off BP. Oh, this right here say Matthew Marzal. Feel me? It's right here in our face, right here. Victim, Matthew, stolen, $90,000 watch, boom, Rolex brand, UCR code, watch. Then it says gold Rolex watch, 50,000, stainless steel blue and black Rolex watch, 20,000, rose gold stainless steel Rolex watch, 20,000. Bro, they listen. Robbery of individual, AGG PC 29.03, category property action stolen, total value 4,000. Matthew Marzar, they stole a purse handbag. So basically, when they showing us this dude's walking out with a backpack, they showing us the boys that Matthew put the statement on, right? So they stole all this stuff from the cameraman. So this whole little case is weird. I'm gonna just keep it a bean with y'all, bro. It's weird because they saying they robbed Gucci Man and they held him at gunpoint and they and Pooh Shiesty. They saying Pooh Shiesty. And they saying that he held him at gunpoint and forced him to sign him out of a contract, right? But they saying that they robbed the white boy. But from my understanding, from what everybody been saying and what they said at first, and what we just read not too long ago before we was interrupted over some title reading niggas that don't matter, right? The statement says Gucci Man gave a statement and said he was robbed at gunpoint. But right here, what we read, see, look, 1090 Jake saying all this stuff. He's saying Gucci is snitch. But when he's showing the stuff, I think they playing with our mind and they trying to trick us to call these people snitch. I don't really know, bro. I stay
for his Rollies and Louis, worth around $96,000 total.
But I do want to know, why do y'all think that Gucci ain't a snitch, but y'all call 6ix9ine a snitch, Charleston White a snitch, all these people, y'all call Whack 100 a snitch. Y'all say Whack 100 is CS2 back, allegedly, supposedly, but we don't see I be feeling like it be hate campaigns going on. They be trying to get it. If I don't like this person, that's like me not liking this person or the person in the chat and then playing on y'all mind to get y'all to not like them. But whole time he might be a cool dude. I just don't like him. Just because I'm doing something, that don't mean that you supposed to be doing what I'm doing. Get what I'm saying? So I just want to know why y'all say certain people, what's up with it, Red Nose? Salute to my minds, man. Salute to my minds in the chat, all of them. All of them, and the new viewers. Salute to the new viewers, man. Salute. Salute. But I just really want to know, like, why people be picking and choosing and narratives and who is this? Like, I don't know, gang. The streets is dead, gang.
So in all, Shiesty is made off with over $600,000 worth of shit. Now, how would the police know exactly what was taken from Gucci? Because he told them. Y'all really think Gucci's security was in a whole nother area of the building that didn't see shit, and he's gonna know exactly what got taken from Gucci and the exact value? Or do y'all think Gucci was standing there whispering to his security, telling him what to tell the police so he wouldn't be considered a rat? All in all, it's looking bad for everyone in this situation. Gucci told, Pooh Shiesty them facing life, and crazily enough, none of the evidence has been recovered. No guns, no jewelry, nothing. On top of that, apparently nothing has been found.
You know what I'm starting to think? This is where I'm starting to think. I just seen something online, right? And they said, on Google, it says that Pooh Shiesty is signed to CMG. So what if, right? Catch my drift. Follow where I'm leading with this. Look. So what if Pooh Shiesty and them really stripped, bro, right? Really stripped them and did them foul and made them, right? Sign this contract, right? And they probably fake like they recorded it and all that just to scare Gucci, right? So he won't speak on it, right? So, go sign the CMG, because if you notice, after January, Pooh Shiesty was with Glorilla. Pooh Shiesty did a video with Glorilla. Tell me I'm lying. Type a 1 in the chat if I'm lying. If I'm lying, was Pooh Shiesty linked up with Glorilla with a lot of cash and they was recording the song? Yes or no? If Glorilla hop on something, who got to approve it? You think Gucci gonna prove Pooh Shiesty hopping on the song with Glorilla, or and then you could go the other way with it? What if Gucci didn't even know that they was recording the song and they was just waiting until Pooh Shiesty got at that contract? Who knows? We don't. What if that was old footage from before all that? Right? We don't know what's going on, bro. Right? I see people saying, "Oh, it's fake. Oh, it's a publicity stunt." No. What if Gucci was mad that all this happened and he told them, "Y'all tell on them," and they thinking, "Oh, they had a video. Right? But then again, like AK say, if it was, he said he seen a. Well, not. He said somebody told him that they seen a video from inside the studio. But if the feds got, just listen. If the feds got these charges on these men and put these charges on these men, and they basically said, you know what? We ain't gonna tell the peoples our everything. They got these charges, but remember, if it's strong enough, they always could come back, but they can't charge you with the same crime. So they could go lower. What if they start off high? But what they got ain't what, I don't know. This could go either way. But what if Gucci told BP and all them peoples, hey man, I ain't like, what if Gucci just woke up not feeling what happened? Like, man, they got me bent. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, what? Then he seen that Glorilla and Pooh Shiesty collab in the making, the B-roll footage, and what? Send that to them too. Pictures of the watches. Pop, oh, this day Instagram, he probably, you get what I'm saying? So they make up excuses for everybody, bro. I see it with my own eyes on the internet, online. We all see it. We be reacting to it. Y'all just going off a title, gang. Y'all just going off a title. So you look at it as clickbait, gang. I look at it as is what the news and all these people is doing to us. If they put something in the headline, Diddy, they filed new charges on Diddy. You don't think that's gonna go crazy? But if they say Diddy didn't do this, that ain't gonna go crazy. Diddy innocent. That ain't gonna go crazy. So a lot of people get misconstrued by these titles and descriptions and all this, and that let me know what your mindset is. You care what people think. You not on here for what you interested in. You get what I'm saying? So
found on video. So this whole case is built on statements, meaning Gucci and his team will have to see this through and fully cooperate to get justice.
My people's in
now
this
again,
thing.
This paperwork
up,
is
ATL?
Aligning with the federal paperwork saying Gucci cooperated, and it's destroying the false narrative that people put out there of Gucci didn't say nothing. His off-duty security officer, police, whatever, is the one that said everything. I mean, it's complete bullshit. And the funny thing is, the people saying it, Gucci don't even know y'all. Y'all are just saying it because y'all can't believe it, because y'all don't want to accept it, because y'all been listening to Gucci for so goddamn long, it just hurts y'all's hearts. But the paperwork is the paperwork. Gucci identified Pooh Shiesty, told the police everything Pooh Shiesty was wearing, told the police everything that was taken off of him, and the value of what was taken. Now, like I said, at this point in time, no piece of evidence have been recovered. This case is entirely built on statements, but you don't actually need to recover anything to convict somebody. If somebody is willing to say you did something, that's enough to get you convicted. That was enough to get me convicted of armed assault with a firearm. Like that was my charge. There was no evidence. They never found the gun. They did a whole search warrant. They didn't find shit, but somebody went to a grand jury and said I pointed a gun at them and attempted to rob them. And that was enough for me to get charged, and I ended up pleading out in that case. Same shit here, but Gucci and his team are gonna have to fully cooperate. And because this is a federal case, they're gonna get subpoenaed. And if they refuse it, they're gonna find themselves in some trouble. This isn't a situation that you can just make go away. Statements were already given. This became a Fed case. The feds have investigated, they've indicted, they're deciding not to release any of the suspects, and they're gonna take it all the way. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this case plays out. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section.
Man, what y'all think, gang? What y'all think, man?
Folks, we've got some sad news coming out of Houston today because one of the biggest NBA steppers, one of the biggest slimes, one of the people closest to NBA YoungBoy on the street side of things from Baton Rouge, from Louisiana, from down there. Okay, and I went down there recently. Ben10, unfortunately, did end up getting shot. I believe it was late last night. So there are everybody kind of sharing their prayers and their well wishes for Ben10. He did apparently get shot during an altercation. There was rumors that a chain snatching was taking place. Some rumors have come around suggesting that Ben10 might have actually been trying to execute the chain snatching himself. So this is going around. It says pray for 10. It says, bro, why somebody just get killed? They started shooting, man. What the F? There were rumors that he passed away, but now apparently it has been confirmed that he's still alive. He might still be in critical situation, a critical condition, but let's see the footage of what was going down in the restaurant and I'll tell you more details about the shooting.
This is where they say Jay Prince was at. Look, watch this video. They said it was a thread on Instagram with that whole thing with other things on there, and it said Jay Prince was right there. They said everybody's saying Jay Prince was right there, bro. We just reacting. I got a question mark in that title. That's it. I got a question mark.
This is going around. It says pray for 10. It says, bro, why somebody just get killed? They started shooting, man. What the F? There were rumors that he passed away, but now apparently it has been confirmed that he's still alive. He might still be in critical situation, a critical condition, but let's see the footage of what was going down in the restaurant and I'll tell you more details about the shooting. It says, bro, what the F, man? What the F? They literally just killed this man at the restaurant. But I'm fairly certain that he is still alive. So it's saying Houston is out of control, man. People are saying he always moves careless than OG3. I'm glad he's alive. So at least OG3 doesn't be dropping his location. This dude 10 always on a mission. It's true. He's always outside showing where he's at. He's not scared. You can't say that. So, and they playing YB in the back, a classic song at that. They were playing a banger. I wish I was in that location having dinner. I would still go. But it said this hurt me. I don't even know, bro. Hopefully he ain't check. They're saying, man, in the video got the same 14s. So they're saying that might have been him right before it happened. He posted his location at Houston.
You know Reddit. You know Traveler Ross. See, Traveler Ross, he not a street dude. He not from this country, so he gonna put he's gonna go to the Reddit where the people that y'all call people snitches and all that. This where they be at. They say you can find anything on Reddit, and I noticed this man, he reacts to Reddit comments and stuff, information from Reddit, bro. I don't even know how to use Reddit.
In Texas, he said $1,000 for this double cup, right? He pouring up like crazy.
Y'all be mad at him for his titles, but that's what's on the internet, bro. It's on the internet. So he just reacting to it. He just titled it like that so the algorithm could spit it at people that, like y'all, that's going to click it.
And somebody's posted this and commented, OG3.
Can't get mad.
Tay 400. I feel it's my
in the name of content.
I've been stopped getting on your ass, little brother. I'm sorry. He said, I'm finna go and buy me a flag. I think that's what that says. It says, how can you even see the shoes? But there you go. It says, what do you mean? Maybe he was trying to read the text and saw the shoes in the same video. Definitely needed my glasses on to read that text. Anyway, it said that girl scream wasn't no joke. They're saying YB finna crash out about this. They're saying on an IG live maybe. But I don't know. Someone's going to crash out about this. They're saying it's definitely 10 because they got the restaurant spamming YB songs. They're saying, how do you know it was Ben10? But it has been put out there now that it's Ben10. And the Houston police chief actually addressed the situation and gave some early details about this shooting that went down.
2 victims. Right now, this is a shooting. Got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso. probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. They got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting. Ends up hitting two people. Those are our two victims. Not certain if these are the same ones.
At Houston, Texas, he said $1,000 for this double cup. Right, he pouring up like crazy. And somebody's posted this and commented OG3.
I thought this was on the screen the whole time. My bad, chat.
Tay 400. I feel it's my fault. I've been stopped getting on your ass, little brother. I'm sorry. He said, I'm finna go and buy me a flag. I think that's what that says. It says, how can you even see the shoes? But there you go. It says, what do you mean? Maybe he was trying to read the text and saw the shoes in the same video. Definitely needed my glasses on to read that text. Anyway, it said that girl scream wasn't no joke. They're saying YB finna crash out about this. They're saying on an IG live maybe. But I don't know. Someone's going to crash out about this. They're saying it's definitely 10 because they got the restaurant spamming YB songs. They're saying, how do you know it was Ben 10? But it has been put out there now that it's Ben 10. And the Houston police chief actually addressed the situation and gave some early details about this shooting that went down.
Two victims. Right now, this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. They got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting two people. Those are our two victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigation's just now starting, but investigators are going to get over here and try to figure out exactly how that occurred. We got some folks on the scene that are talking to us. We got some good video. So that's where we are right now.
Yeah, man. So it looks like two people got shot. I don't know if that was the person that shot Ben 10 that got shot or another person in his entourage, but two people in serious condition. They're saying if 10 crew was the dude robbing, they got to let the life go. It says 10 dumb for robbing someone in Texas. All of them folks stay strapped up. Them dudes down there worship guns. So we've got other people here saying one of his best friends is a millionaire and he's robbing dudes in Texas on a Wednesday night. Shake my head. They're saying he got shot multiple times in the torso. It doesn't sound good, bruh. The dude on the stretcher doesn't even look like 10. He the one that got hit in the arm. And then the girl screaming, I don't know, man. The F was 10 even around that stuff for. So there is some new information about what might have happened. A lot of people saying 10 really out here still robbing people. Robbing someone in the middle of an upscale restaurant like that is as dumb as it gets. Really doubt that was 10's doing. But I'm sure we will know soon. And people saying hopefully it's a lesson learned. But yeah, I see a couple of new things coming out about this. There was some footage of some of the people being loaded into the hospital. I don't know if I can show you this really, but yeah, there's some footage from the scene. I'm going to skip the person being loaded into the ambulance, but there's footage from the scene here.
Police department. A physical altercation broke out after a group attempted to take a man's chains. Police say the man was beaten by several people before pulling out a gun and firing, striking 2 individuals. But it is not known if they were bystanders or were part of the altercation. One victim, believed to be in his late 20s, was shot multiple times in the torso. Another, believed to be in his mid-20s, was shot several times in his arms and legs. Both were transported to hospitals in very critical condition. Police say one of the victims ran from confessions and was later found in a nearby parking garage. The gunman fled the scene on foot. 2 people were critically injured.
So, yeah, you get the gist, all right? So, according to some reports, Ben10 was hit multiple times, and that was him that had been hit in the chest and torso. It sounded like the other person had been hit in the arms and legs. It says Ben10 was among 2 people critically injured. After the shooting inside Confessions on Kirby Drive, 2 people were critically injured. And I've seen that twice. Yeah, it was after a chain snatching. One victim believed to be in his late 20s shot multiple times in the torso. Another believed to be mid-20s shot several times in the arms and legs. And they're saying they believed it was Ben10 that was hit in the torso those times. They're saying he's going to learn to sit down. He's not the only dude on that for real. They're saying who's that dude that ran and got hit, type of time he on. They're saying he got hit during the fight and ran away from the scene. Probably didn't even realize he was shot until he got away. So I hope he makes it. But if he dies, he brought it on himself. They're saying it's dumb trying to jump and fight people in 2026. Literally did what Von did, and they're the ones who are clowning him. Just hope this doesn't make YB come back to America on BS. And what the other dude being born in 01 got to do with anything. But people saying it adds up to him being shot in the arm and leg. So footage has been circulating of that fight. I think we might have already seen that, but this is going around. Apparently this is the street stuff that was going on beforehand, before it all popped off.
Wow.
So there's 2 people are fighting over something. Could be the chain, could be Ben10 there. Seems like they're wrestling over a chain, basically. We're hearing that YB in the background.
Today is all over the place, man. Let's see what Hood Educated got to say about this Gucci Man situation.
Probable cause hearing in federal court in downtown Dallas. He has been ordered.
The man is not going nowhere. He going back to the federal penitentiary. He gonna complete that violation, right? However much time they give him for the violation. I believe that they're gonna execute his sentence, you know, so that they can keep him there.
Bro, if you don't type,
there, so that he can stay there until the trial comes. But, you know, according to the reports that are out, they saying that, hey, man, look, he got to stay there anyway. This is what the judge done put out there, right? So, even though, because I know a lot of people, y'all just heard that little clip, and y'all probably thinking to yourself, damn, Hood, they said they ain't got no gun. They ain't even got the contract. They ain't even got the jewelry. They have no hard evidence, right? This right here should scare the hell out of criminals. This should, look, if you out there living that life, you should be terrified, spooked, pooing, farting, and because listen, the government is showing you what they do. No hard evidence, none. But I'm gonna tell you what they do got though. They got 8 brothers locked up, looking at life in the penitentiary, a federal penitentiary, for robbery/kidnapping. It don't get no cold-blooded than this. This right here should be a clear, I'm talking about present, a clear and present evidence to let all you young brothers know, and you classic brothers who are dealing in that street life, who are dealing in criminal mentalities, that look, man, all the stuff that you believe that they need to have to lock you up and to convict you, they don't need to have. I remember back in the day, there was a saying that went like this: no gun, no case. No face, no case, right? That's a lie. That's a cold-blooded lie. Because here it is right now in front of us. They do not have no guns. Even though the victim/witnesses said that, hey, look, the man had a gun, he put a gun to my head, he tried this, that, and the other. They ain't recovered no guns. They haven't even recovered the jewelry. They haven't recovered the contract. They ain't got nothing, right? But you gotta understand something, y'all. From my understanding, if you know my memory ain't failing me, this thing happened, I think, in January. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. But this thing happened like 3 months ago. You see what I'm saying? So of course, the evidence is gone. Ain't gonna be no contract. Ain't gonna be no weapons and all that old type of stuff. Of course, all that stuff is gone. Because the feds waited till they got everything that they needed to secure a charge of kidnapping and robbery. Then they went and got them. And the cold-blooded part about all that is this right here. Criminals, street guys, they thinking in their mind, right? And I'm talking about Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and all the other guys, and even his father. They thinking to themselves, hey man, look, we gonna get rid of all the evidence. You see, we gonna get rid of everything, and we gonna be cool. We ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. Shit. The feds don't play like that. The state don't play like that neither. Whenever you have a victim/witness, give it up. It's over with. Now, it's one thing to have a innocent bystander, a witness that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, you can question that because it's like, man, look, you just, seen something and you don't know, you ain't a part of what happened to them, but you say you seen this. Yeah, you can go at them. But when you get a victim, somebody who was there, somebody who was violated, you see somebody who was assaulted, robbed, and they are the eyewitnesses saying that it was him. They don't need no evidence. They don't need it. They got everything that they need. And that's why they were able to charge them. You got to understand, some hood educated residents and guests, this one thing that we got to understand about the criminal judicial system. Prosecutors just can't be charging people. They can't just go around saying, I'm gonna charge you, I'm gonna charge you, I'm gonna charge you. They can't do that. They got to have evidence. They got to have facts, right? They got to have victims, witnesses. You see? And when they get this information and they want to charge somebody, they take all the information to the judge and say, hey, look, this is what we got right here. We're finna charge him with these crimes right here because we believe that everything that happened satisfies the elements of kidnapping and aggravated robbery. I need a warrant for all 8 of these guys, right? And so what the judge do, the judge look at the evidence. The judge look at the case. Okay, you need a warrant for all these guys? Yeah, you know what? They do look guilty. They do look like they did this. I'm giving you the warrants. Go get them. You see? So listen, criminals, listen, gangsters. You already guilty before you even have a trial. You see how the game go? The judge already agreed that, hey, you know what? Man, it looked like he did this. It looked like they did this. It looked like they robbed. It looked like they kidnapped. Yeah, go on ahead, man, go get them. You see? So you already guilty. And then you got to go in there and try to defend yourself against a judge that gave out the warrants to go arrest you in the first place. Come on, man. Come on. So in this situation right here, allow me to say this right here before I depart, y'all, because I just wanted to, to come back and see what these other, the defense was saying and all that old type of stuff, right?
Yeah, man, that's some crazy stuff, man. There's a lot going on. It's a bad day for the rapper, man. Trap Lord Ross ain't stopping. Look,
so folks, it's official.
He just dropped some content called The Deadly War Between Big 30 and Moneybag Yo.
Shiesty has been denied a bond and he will be staying in jail while we work out this whole
30 minutes long, bro. He really he wasn't playing when he said he finna deep dive in on this, bro. Bro wasn't playing.
With the alleged kidnapping of Gucci Mane. So I've got some new updates for you guys. Let's get into it straight away, and I'm going to dig a little bit further into Big 30's backstory in this video as well, because he was granted a bond. His role in this situation might not be as serious as we thought, or it might not be as easy to prove than we thought. But basically, this is the latest update. Pooh's out. Pooh's in. Big 30's out. and it's looking pretty bad for Pooh Shiesty still. So let's hear this update from outside the court, and the FBI are basically saying that the allegations that they're making are true.
We're outside federal court here in downtown Dallas for an update on the case that involves the rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, Latrell Williams Jr. After about a 1-hour probable cause hearing in federal court in downtown Dallas, he has been ordered held. The judge deciding that, yes, there is probable cause that he was involved in the crimes that have been alleged by the FBI. His defense attorneys argued the FBI does not have the guns they mentioned. They do not have the jewelry that they mentioned that was allegedly stolen. They do not have the contract that they say that he was forcing the other rapper known as Gucci Mane to sign to get Pooh Shiesty, the other rapper, out of his contract. But the judge said the evidence is heavy that he was involved in this, that he does have a lengthy criminal history, including gun violations before. So at this point, Latrell Williams Jr. is being ordered held in federal custody pending his next court date. We'll have other updates throughout the day.
So he's being held in federal custody pending his next court date. Now, Big 30 initially got a bond, but they're now saying that this was actually denied after the court stepped in. So apparently he was initially granted his bond. He was due to be let out, but yeah, I didn't know this until now. He was basically ordered to be kept in custody despite the judge actually granting him house arrest. This was apparently a federal judge in Texas that basically overruled the initial judge ruling when he got a $100,000 bond and said he has to stay behind bars and be extradited to Dallas while prosecutors attempt to revoke his bond. The prosecution has until April 13th to file its argument as to why 30 should be kept in custody, and his attorneys have a week to respond to the motion. Now, Pooh Shiesty's lawyer would hold a press conference and give a full update as to where the case stands and what kind of defense he's going to be going with.
Bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what allegedly was witnessed.
I said this shit 5 minutes ago. Listen.
All right.
I'm just saying though, now.
No, I don't want to disrespect you at all.
Now I'm saying, say for instance, now what if somebody get hurt? What if somebody die? If I ain't respond to y'all how y'all want me to and the motherfucker die, and the motherfucker go to jail the rest of their life and somebody dead, you will be satisfied? You just gonna laugh at us on another interview, talk about us to another nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, just fuck this shit, bro. This shit dead. Let's just move on.
Okay, for sure. No, we don't want to. If it's serious like that, then we definitely ain't trying to antagonize shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not even that serious. That shit.
Okay. I feel like we got enough of an answer for the people who are curious about it anyway, you know? Because your fans,
man,
they obviously.
We gonna log in, man. I'm gonna catch y'all, man. I'm finna drop this content. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Appreciate everybody that came out and rock with me. It was a success. First time I ever streamed this earlier day in my life, man, and y'all showed up, man. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the drops, man. Peace.